Hello, my name is Stephen Miller, and I'm the author of IDSpro, a reference management program for the creation of information disclosure statements, particularly 1449 submissions to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. In this video, I'm going to introduce some of the features of the program. Let me begin by noting that IDSpro is functional on both PC and Mac platforms. It runs as a standalone executable developed using FileMaker Pro Advanced, a well-known database suite. Clicking on the IDSpro icon opens the login screen. IDSpro is password protected, so I will begin by entering my credentials, no peeking. And this is the home screen. It provides version information, and one can change the user by clicking on the lower right-hand portion down here. So you can have multiple users using this program with their own separate passwords. The top part of this screen here is the navigation menu, and there's essentially three main groups. We have the tab chart screens, which display reference information, citation status screens, which are located over here, and these screens allow the user to enter and view detailed reference information. Then we got a few miscellaneous screens, a client matter list, legends and help page, category list, which sorts references by reference type, and a report page, which is kind of the meat of the program in that it automates the creation of the IDS forms. So let's begin by demonstrating what these tab charts look like. We have the unsorted tab charts, which kind of list everything in chronological order of creation. Primarily, this tab chart has the functionality that one can delete the references after they've been deleted from only this particular page. Most of the work is done on the sorted tab page, which sorts references by three main reference types: the U.S. patents and patent applications. Scrolling down, we have quite a few references here. Foreign patents and patent applications, and finally non-patent literature. This is the same grouping that's used on a standard 1449 form. It's used by the PTO. And as you can see up here at the top row columns contain headers for the various matters for this client. The client matters page allows you to enter this information. We'll take a quick peek at this for this fictional client. And you got various information, docket number, nicknames, filing dates, serial numbers, first inventors. These will be used to populate the caption of the information disclosure statement. Left-hand column contains a container for storing copies of a reference. These references can be inserted and then exported back onto the desktop. So for each reference citation, you can keep a copy of the reference handy. The various boxes that we see here then allow the user to mark a citation, for example, this U.S. office action. And you can go ahead and tell IDSpro that for the 001 case that it has been reviewed and not necessary to put in an IDS. But perhaps it's necessary in case 2 and 3. And maybe in case 4 or matter 1, it's already been cited. Perhaps prosecution is closed in this one, so we'll use a star to denote that. And as you go through, various references can be updated accordingly. For example, in this column here, all for case 001, we have a number of U.S. patents which look as though they need to be cited, and we've got a whole series in 006 which do not need to be cited. Perhaps they've already been cited. And we can view citation information by clicking on the site or by clicking View Citation at the top. Quite a lot of information here on the screen that we can go ahead and put in. You can get source detail describing where the reference came from, which matter, for example. Provide comments, patent title. You can change this to an EP reference if need be, WO, This is a US one, so we'll leave it at that. Keep access records. We can provide an abstract or a description. Insert graphics if necessary. Also have a site log. For example, on this 006 matter, states the reference has already been cited, so that explains why we saw an X there, and the date on which that 1449 was generated. And we note that status was recently changed in this case, and we can also make changes on the fly from the screen. Legends and Help will bring up a web page. This particular video and step-by-step instructions on how to use the program. Category list presents the information in a different way. Here, for example, we can see the source detail, where the reference came from. We can see site status for a particular reference. When you click on these, the focus will change. So for 002, we can see that prosecution is closed. And therefore, for these particular cases down here, where the star is shown, we do not need to cite these cases. We create reports page. We can input the numbering of the references. We can mark them as being cited after the 1449 is created. We can export IDS citations, create backups. We can enter in remaining information. This is examiner Joe examiner and confirmation number. We just need to pick a reference or a matter to create a report for. I'm going to just say 4C1, and let's go ahead and preview this. Now, in this case, we don't have any references, so let's go back to the reports page and see if we can find one where we do. Nope, nothing yet on this one either. Here we go. We have our US patents now automatically populated into the table. We can make changes on the fly. View our non-patent literature references. Once we satisfy that everything is as it should be, we can go ahead and create the PDFs. See, the IDS is created to the desktop. The various citations that have been marked have been exported. We have a backup, and we can take a quick look at the PDF that's been created. It's going to be uploaded directly to the PTO. And if we go back to our sorted tab chart for this particular case, these references are now marked with a red X, showing that they have been cited. And that's pretty much all there is. There's, miscellaneous features. We have different views that we can take a look at. We have the condensed view. We have more detailed views. There's quite a lot that can be done with the View Citations page. Very adaptable for any number of citations, journal references, books, web pages, and so on.